right. We rolling. Big Rio here. Keep on pushing podcast. I got some mans with me. Introduce yourself, Playboy.
Yo, Treezy up in this thing, you know what I mean?
Big Trees, the G of all G's, nigga. And we here, man. On this good playoff Sunday.
What you know about
Playoff Sunday. Who you run with, nigga?
Falcons, man.
Falcons?
We ain't doing nothing.
Falcons?
No, man.
Boy, that nigga come in here talking shit. Did he bust out with the fucking Falcons?
Man, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, right
I
now,
see this.
I'm a bandwagon with the Chiefs, though. Right
Well,
now.
that shit don't even count, so you shouldn't even brought that up. You could have left that alone.
Oh, cheat code right now.
You could have left that alone. But I tell you this, boy, Atlanta gave me the best memory of my life. Boy, I went to the fucking Falcons game this year past.
Right.
My first football game, first Washington football game, and we win.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And we
yeah.
win. We came back on them niggas. Fourth quarter,
No,
Heineke,
gotta give
J.D.
it up.
McKissick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that shit for the rest of my life, man. So I gotta thank Atlanta for that. Gotta thank Atlanta for that. So anyway, Trees. Let the people know who you is, man. What you do, where you from, what you got going on.
Yeah, you know, like, shit, you know, just little artists, you know.
Little artists, don't do that,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
No, don't do that. Let's start over. We already starting off wrong. You ain't no little artists. You a big artists.
Big artists.
Big artists. Big trees.
You know what I mean? So, you know, just be doing my thing, you know, in my own lane type thing, you know, getting to it, however. But, you know, I'm originally from Georgia. But shit, you know, I've been living in Charleston for, shit, let's see, like 22, 23 years. So I've been around for a minute. So remember, a lot of people wasn't even out here. You know, it was a different type of crowd. A lot of these cats was not even off the porch yet. All that extra shit.
Man, these niggas, by the time that shit get here, these niggas don't know what the fuck going on with that shit.
That's true.
Running their mouth.
That's true. Should be chemical rise and all type of shit.
But we back. Big Trees letting everybody know he just came from Georgia. What part of Georgia?
Albany.
Albany?
Way down there.
Americas?
Where America, you know, yeah, America's down
That's
there.
where Fillmore from.
Fillmore from Albany.
Yeah, Albany, Georgia. Yeah. I'm from South Carolina. But my pops had lived in Warner Robins, Georgia. So I would go out there every summer with that nigga. And then I had some cousins that was from Albany. One funeral took place and I had to go to Albany one time. So I'm kind of familiar with that side of town. You got Albany State University or some shit like that.
Yeah, Albany State used to be jumping. I mean, I think it still be jumping now. But
HBCU type shit.
HBCU, yeah, it used to be jumping down there. That's where you wanted to go on the weekend.
Albany State?
Yeah, Albany State. Or right across the street, they had this little plaza called Shackleford. It just be thousands of people out there, cars, fast cars with big rims, cars with loud music, you know, bunch of girls everywhere, fights everywhere. That used to be the scenery too when it was going in there.
What time this is? What time period? Like what year we talking?
This on 96,
96?
97,
Right.
98. I mean, you know, 99 I came this way, but 96, 95 actually first time back in the 95, 96, 97, 98. Pumping. Just go to Crystals too. Late night, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you go to Crystals. Since I've been there, I ain't never seen the Crystals, but
I don't think we had a Crystals. We had a Hot and Now.
But it's
That was the closest thing to a Crystals. Unless we had it and I just don't know.
Just don't know. Yeah,
Somebody
it's like White Castle almost. In a sense.
Yeah, White Castle is a Midwest thing.
But people used to be out there like crazy. That used to be the life. Like that's what you wanted to do. You just wanted to go and just be out there. You know, it was more like it wasn't a popularity thing, but it was more like a best dress, who got the nice car, who got the biggest crowd. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. But everybody had their own little crew. You know, just me and my niggas was just little niggas. We was little niggas at the time, but we was out there with the big niggas. Like, we was 14, 13 and shit. Shout out to my nigga Shane in Georgia. But, you know, we was little niggas out there at the time trying to roll with the big niggas and shit like that. But, yeah.
Shout out fucking Albany.
Word. Shout out to Albany. Shout out to all my niggas in Albany. But then came this way.
What brought you this way?
Shit, my peoples, they moved here when I was 15. They moved here. You know what I'm saying? So then I was staying with grandmas, you know, for shit. But I think I was getting, well, shit ain't no thing. I know I was getting in too much trouble for her. You know what I mean? I was getting like, we were just doing everything. Grandma couldn't handle that. You know what I mean? So she was like, oh, you gotta go back to your mom. So I was gonna stay with my aunt. But shit, stay on my aunt shit. It's already 5 niggas up in there. And shit, it was like, mom was like, nah, bro, you just gotta go to your mom. So shit came up here. Everything was good. Came up here, shit, you know, came up here. Shit, met Jay Brown was first, you know what I mean? Met Jay Brown. I met Ron Diggy, Smoke the Dog, you know what I mean? Lucky.
Damn, you know Jay since 98, nigga?
Since 99.
Okay, all right.
Since April 99, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we go way back. Jay. But shit, we ain't had know nothing about, like, I didn't know he was in the music. He didn't know I was in the music. You know what I'm saying? We were just, shit, I met the nigga, shit, one day, shit, you know what I'm saying? He was outside, met him, boom. Shit, and then his brother Jamal, that's who I met him after Jay. But shit, Jamal was more, you know, hanging out type thing, you know what I mean? So shit, me and Jamal, we would just, you know, we would run the streets or whatever like that. And shit, Jay, shit, whenever he be at work or something, shit, he come home, we go play Madden or whatever, you know. And shit, but other than that, it was Jamal. But then I think Jay Pops was over to the crib. He was talking about music and Jay, and I was like, you do music? He's like, yeah, my son do music. He was like, you ain't know? I'm like, nah, fam. So
before we get into that, what was the transition like from Albany to what part of Carolina did you come to?
I came straight to Latson.
Latson? All right,
yeah,
so that's some Charleston for motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Latson, Somerville, that's a Tri-County area, but for the people that don't really just put Charleston in your head. So anyway.
Yeah, Latson, I came to Latson, shout out to my nigga A-Wade, shit, my nigga Ada, shit, T.O., you know what I'm saying, my nigga Weezy, but shit, my nigga Ross, came to Latson, and shit, Latson was, you know, shit was different, you know what I mean, shit. Got here, I think we moved here on Friday. Shit, nobody had like a football game in Scrabble. Went to the football game. That shit was pretty live. That shit was real live. It was live. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think home used to be live too, but it was a little different feel here when I came to the football game. But shit, met them niggas in Latson. And the transition, man, it was honestly, I was a kid, you know, in Georgia. I was growing up. And shit, when I came here, shit, I was like 19, you know what I'm saying? So the transition was I had to learn to be a man, you know what I'm saying? So like in Georgia, you know, shout out to my Georgia, but I was a kid, but I learned how to be a man in Charleston, you know what I'm saying? Latson, Charleston, South Carolina, whatever. I learned how to be a man right here in the 843. Like, shit, this gave me my manhood right here. So it was either, you know, you grow up or you stay down, you know what I'm saying? So I had to grow up. When I got here, it was no family here. All I had was mom, sister, you know what I mean, stepdad or whatever, but it was no family, you know what I'm saying? Moms them was trying to do their thing, you know what I mean? They had to worry about sister. You couldn't worry about me, shit. I was 19, you know what I mean?
Grown ass man, really.
Grown ass man, bruh. So shit, got here, moms. I stayed with moms about 2 years. Shit, mom's like, hey, bro, you got to get the fuck up out of here, cuz. I was like, huh? She was like, yeah, you got to get up out of the chair. It's like, all right. She was like, cool. I was like, all right, shit. I walked out the door thinking, shit, mom's tripping, man. Fuck, she just tripping.
Hell no.
Word, nah, cuz I ain't gonna lie. About 2 weeks later, come home from work one day, shit in a bag, my nigga. Everything in a bag, clothes and shit off the bed and shit. My first instinct thinking, man, she ain't here going through my shit and shit, washing my shit, whatever like that. Fucking around, look on the dresser, fucking application to some apartment. She come knocking on the door. It's like she timed that shit, or she been standing there watching like, yeah, I'm gonna wait till that nigga look at the application. You know what I'm saying? So like, see the application, boom, she come like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I already gone down there and talked to the lady. You just need to go down there, pay this amount of money, and everything good. Boom, 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 boom. shit, mom ain't been no joke, so shit, we had to do that. I did that. That's how I got on my own. Shit, I've been 21, got on my own, and shit, everything been different. Ain't no handbook to this world, but you get it and you live it and you feel it and you see it how you see it, you know?
So time has done passed. And one of the main things that I want to get with the show, man, is dropping some jewels, dropping some knowledge for the generations to come. What's something that you went through, like you don't like any words of advice, words of wisdom, something that somebody can reflect on in that period of, leaving the nest. You know what I'm saying? Mom's kicking you out, now you on your own, you a man, and you having to figure things out. Now that you on the other end of that, give the people some, words of wisdom about that transition, that point of time in life.
That point of time, is very exciting. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, shit, I'm on my own. I can do whatever the fuck. I ain't got nobody breathing down my neck. But then, a lot of people already was on their own since they been a little younger. But for us, me, you know what I'm saying, living with mom all my teenage years and then moving out when I was 21, it was boom, I'm 21, we can go to the club, we can go to the bar, blah, 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 I could drink, have all your homeboys come over. The transition with that was, I would say, to be honest with you, man, is to just always make sure that you take care of yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing interfere with you being first. No matter what, loyalty is, homeboy that, just make sure when you get out there on your own, it's you gotta take care of you. Because if you don't take care of you, shit, everybody that's saying they your homie or everybody that's loyal and screaming this and that and the third, at the end of the day, when they hit the bottom line and you be like, hey, can you bro get a little help or something like that? Everybody don't be there for you. Now you got niggas who will be there for you, but everybody don't be there for you. So at the end of the day, just make sure you take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I can tell everybody. Just take care of yourself. Cause ain't nobody else, gonna take care of you but you.
Alright. So a nigga Big Trees in his 20s. He out in the Charleston area doing his thing. And you already saying that you linked up with Jay Brown, so was Jay Brown like the introduction to the music, or was the music there before Jay Brown, or how did the music?
The music was there before Jay Brown, but Jay Brown wasn't really even Jay Brown was just like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go back to when I was in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I had met this nigga when we was in high school. You know what I'm saying? This nigga moved from Florida, the nigga moved from Texas. You know what I'm saying? And shit, back then, shit, basketball was really like shit. I was basketball crazy. I want to play basketball every day. You know what I'm saying? But, we grew up, blah, blah, blah. So, shit, one night we going to the skating ring, you know what I'm saying? It's like 6 niggas we in a box shed. We actually sitting in the skating rink parking lot, you know what I'm saying? And shit, we ain't got no radio or nothing like that. But shit, the nigga had a fucking boombox in the bitch, you know what I'm saying? And we playing Outkast or Criminal, you know what I'm saying? And shit, the nigga Clarence was like, shit, any of y'all niggas can rap, you know what I'm saying? And me just being me was like, shit, I can rap, but see, honestly, shit, I couldn't rap at all, you know what I mean? I was just, I was into basketball and shit like that. We had Uncle Luke, we grew up with Uncle Luke, so we was into dancing and shit, but Clarence, he busts out freestyle and shit, and then, everybody kind of hopped on it at the same time, so everybody was kind of freestyling. That was actually the first time I ever really, you know what I'm saying, engaged in any kind of rapping, freestyling with my nigga Clarence, you know what I'm saying? But
take a break. Sorry. All right. So back at the Chevy, niggas was rapping.
Right, yeah. So niggas was rapping, but shit, nigga ain't know how to rap. Niggas just was kind of feeding off the next man and trying to put 2 and 2 together. But then, figured it out. You know what I'm saying? As time go, cause shit, Clarence, he was always wanting to rap, but shit, we ain't had nothing. We ain't had no studio and nothing like that. We had a karaoke machine and BM. That's how we did our
struggle is fucking real.
Word. The karaoke machine came through, but then came here, you know what I'm saying, and shit, it wasn't really on my mind till, like I said, shit, met Jay, and shit, Jay had a little something set up. It was small, but it was in the garage. He had a little something, and then shit, but like I said, just really met Jay, but then his brother Jamal, you know what I'm saying, shout out to my nigga Jamal, Jamal, he got me out here, you know what I'm saying, to meet other people. You know what I'm saying? Then I met Ron Diggy. Shout out to Ron Diggy. Shout out to Smoke the Dog. You know what I'm saying? I met them niggas through Jamal and shit. Them niggas used to rap and shit. So that's what we did. We used to rap and then shit. Like, the nigga had so many fucking names and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even going through all them names, but shit, you know, one of them was like, them boys call me Happy. You know what I'm saying? Happy to get up a runner. And then the other name was the Barbarian. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas just called me that. But shit, like, but one day, you know, shit, you know, Smoke the Dog just was like Shaun Treezy, bam. And then shit, we just stuck with that. That shit had always been the name.
So, I mean, was y'all a group, a clique, or what?
Nah, them boy was. You know, they was the real ones. You know, Ron Diggy, Smoke the Dog, Lucky, and Drama Slim. Them boy, they was called the real ones back in 2004, 2005, or shit, probably a little earlier than that, but 2004, 2005, they were the real ones. They was called the real ones. I was just that homeboy, you know what I'm saying, that was just rocking with them, you know?
Yeah.
And shit, they would go to the studio, we would go to the studio, and they would do their thing. Every once in a while, I would jump on some music. But I really did most of my shit with Jay. We just wasn't hitting the studio. We was just hitting in the garage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And nothing was really recorded. You know what I'm saying? We were going there. Me and Jay, we were going there right. We were just right. You know what I'm saying? That was our thing. We were just right. You know what I'm saying? And then shit, we rap what we got, bam. That's how that rocked. And I don't know how Jay met Colors. To be honest with you, I don't know how Jay met Colors, but shit, one day, you know what I'm saying, Jay was like, shit, man, I'm about to go pick up this dude named Colors, and shit, we about to go to the studio. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right. He was like, yeah, I want you to ride. So, man, get in the car, ride with Jay, should meet Colors, and shit, and meet this dude named Chili, I think, yeah, Chili, and them boy was a little weird, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, these niggas weird, man. Boy, retarded or something, man. What the fuck going on with these niggas? Like, why they like this? You know what I'm saying? So we go in the studio and shit, you know, and that's my first time in the studio with Jay and Colors, you know what I'm saying, at the same time and shit. I think Jay laid something down with Colors, but, you know what I'm saying, that's how I met them, that's how I met Colors, and they started rocking with Colors. You know what I'm saying? Rocking with the real ones still. Real ones, they was kind of all over the place. You know what I'm saying? The real ones. Rocking with them, but then kind of rocking with Colors, the boy rapping and shit, but then rocking with the real ones being seen that way. So a lot of people, you know, would be like, hey, you still rap? You still roll with them niggas called the real ones, you know, because they ain't really know what's going on. But you know,
what's going on?
I mean, like, you know, them niggas just, they doing their own thing now. You know, Smoke still rap, but the Ron Diggy doing his family thing. Shit, I ain't know what's going on with Drummer or Lucky like that, but, you know, just, they ain't really know that, you know, them niggas ain't together as the real ones and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Ain't been no drama issue or nothing.
Life happens.
Life happens. Yeah, life happens. Ron Diggy, you know, he want to do his family thing, which is great. You know what I'm saying? We all got to do our family thing, you know what I mean? Especially as a black man. You know what I'm saying? If you're a black man, you got kids, especially if you got a son, you want to definitely be there for your son as a black man, you know, whether you and the mama together or not, because this is why the world is the way it is for us black people now, because a lot of us grew up without our fathers. So, you know, the shit is crazy. Everybody trying to learn how to be a man because they ain't had no father to show them how to be a man, and then some of them who have fathers, right there, they ain't had know how to be man because they ain't had a father, but they were just right there in their child. They were just right there. You know what I'm saying? Like a friend almost, not even like a daddy. Yeah. A lot of people probably didn't even understand what I'm saying with that one. Like, what is he talking about? but anyways,
yeah, speak your truth, nigga.
So shit,
speak your truth.
We met Colors. You know what I'm saying? And shit. Colors was just different. Every time I see this nigga, he's patting his hair, busting the freestyle and shit. Like patting his hair, I'm like, damn, this nigga always busting the freestyle. We okay, bro. We know you can rap. You know what I mean? This and that and third. We know you can rap. But the nigga, you know what I mean? Like since the first time I ever heard my nigga rap, like the nigga, I was always like, damn, this nigga can rap, like word, like this nigga can get it in. But then I had a nigga on the beat, and I was like, why the fuck does he rap like that when he get on the beat? Like, you don't sound nothing like that when he just freestyle. It's like his acapellas is like his music in his head, but as soon as he hear the music on the beat, he off, like boom, right? But shit, met Colors and shit came a long way. Shit, learned a lot with Colors, because Colors was always seeking and searching. He was always trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? And he was always willing to meet people, you know what I'm saying? So like, that was never something, he ain't had to give a damn who you was. He was like, hey, you didn't put your number in, bam, bam, you know what I mean?
The
but
network man.
Network man all day long, shout out to Colors. But, and shit, Jay, you know, he was always doing stuff. You never really knew what Jay was doing. Jay liked to stay under the radar, you know what I mean? He liked to stay under the radar. But it came a time where everybody went separate ways, you know what I'm saying? Everybody went separate ways. Shit, I had a kid. I was doing the family thing. Shit, you know what I'm saying, for a couple of years, boom. But I was always writing, you know what I'm saying, always writing. I would call a couple people and shit like that, you know what I'm saying. But I was out one day and
what just not to cut you off, but like, what draws you to the music? What got you into doing this?
Well, man, I always been in the music, like, you know what I'm saying. In Georgia, it was, you know what I'm saying, we was more. It's a little funny because down there it was a lot of dancing going on. It was a lot of dancing. People was like, you know, it was Uncle Luke, 69 Boys.
So in Georgia, it
you
was
know
about the girls.
It was about the girls and dancing. You know, everybody wanted to
So
dance
what
and
about
shit.
Carolina?
When I came here, that's when the difference in the music changed. You know what I'm saying? It was more about here. It was more about the struggle. We out here hustling. We get into this bread. Hear us, you know what I'm saying? Hear our cry. You know what I'm saying? Down there, it was more like, you know, we partying. It's a big party down there. You know what I'm saying? Here, it was more like that, but everybody's here, you know, is about getting that money in Charleston. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, when you know, if you ain't about getting that money when you come here, you just gonna be lost in the city. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, from white, black, blue, green, everybody here about getting, however they getting the 9 to 5 on the grind in the corner, whatever they gotta do, that's what they bought stacking their paper right here in Charleston, for real. And that's what I learned here. And I quickly learned that. You know what I'm saying? Because when I came here, you know, like I said, I was 21, but, you know, like, I had bread, but so when I came here, I was like, damn, these niggas is like, they was just on a different level. Everybody was trying to rock the top of the top, you know what I mean? Everybody was trying to drive Lexus and shit when I came here. When I was in Georgia, we were driving Box Chevys and shit. When I came here, niggas was driving Lexuses and Acras and shit. So it was like, it was different, you know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, we can get on that level right there, you know? It was a little different, but I love it here. You know, I wouldn't change nothing. You know what I'm saying? I could have moved to Georgia thousands of times. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing been stopping me. But I like it here. You know what I'm saying? People from here be like, man, you know, oh, I know it was like this in Atlanta, and I was like, you know, you'd be like, Atlanta. Shit, I ain't even from Atlanta, bro. I'm from Albany, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, when you hear Georgia, a lot of people think Atlanta. They automatically think that's it. But shit, there's a lot more to it than.
Well, yeah, it's a big ass country ass state, but once you get outside Atlanta, boom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of woods.
You know, that shit
a lot
is,
of woods.
you know, there's a lot of similarities
Word.
to Carolina and Georgia.
It is.
In the rural areas.
It definitely is.
Culturally.
It definitely is. A lot of places you ain't hear about until you got older in life and shit like that when you was a kid or whatever. A lot of places, it's definitely a lot of similarities from here to Georgia. But you know, here is the Geechee is big here, right?
Right.
But it was in Georgia too. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't as big in Georgia as it was here, I guess, because you had a lot of people venture up north first from Georgia and then come back, or you had a lot of people from up north go to Atlanta and lived in Atlanta, so the language was mixed in a little bit there, you know what I mean? But here, Geechee is a big thing, but a lot of people, when they speak, oh no, Geechee's only Charleston, this, that, and that. No, it's not just only Charleston, but it's the biggest. Charleston is the biggest. But like I said, I love it. I wouldn't trade nothing. I wouldn't change nothing. I don't wish no different or regret no nothing. Like I love living right here in Charleston. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have gone back to Georgia thousands of times, but nah, I like it right here because shit right here felt like home. Like everybody I met felt like niggas everybody I met. I mean, even when I met you, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody I met felt like niggas I knew from Sandbox. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, just met everybody and everything was like shit, nothing but love. It never was no meet no nigga and be like you know what I'm saying? I ain't like that nigga. That nigga violent and feel right. It just always felt like love. So shit, I always felt like home when I came here. You know what I'm saying? But shit, partying.
They do say Charleston is one of the friendliest cities in the nation.
Yeah, and I've been, you know, I stayed some different areas around here, Goose Creek, the Macon. You know what I'm saying? I stayed in a lot of different areas. You know, Otrano, and I never, you know, what I'm saying? Everybody always showed love. You know, it's never been no movie shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You on our block, oh no, nigga, this, that, and the third. It always been real life. Everybody always showed love, but you know, Charleston is that city. That's definitely what I can say.
So how would you explain your experience in the music game, the music scene, coming up in this area?
Exciting, you know. It was exciting because it's like to me, you know what I'm saying, it's a game, you know, it's a game, you know, like I said, it's all about getting the paper, but it's a game, you know, either you know how to write the music or you know how to rap the music or you know how to make the music to get where you're trying to get at. But it was exciting, it is exciting to the day that, you know, the music, I can't even explain it, man. Like, I like the attention. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody really likes the attention.
I mean, if you a motherfucking rapper, dog, or singer or something, you better like the attention.
You better like that's what I think.
That's a byproduct of it.
But I don't. That's what I would say, right? That's what you say. But it don't really seem like everybody like the attention. It seems like people like, oh, I can rap, but I don't want the attention. You know what I'm saying? For instance, you do a show, right?
Right.
Is you gonna stand outside the entire time until they call you to come on stage, or you gonna be in so everybody can see you? See, me personally, I want to be in there so everybody can see me. You know what I'm saying? I noticed a lot of people like to be outside, and then they come and they do their thing, they get the crowd hype, whatever, then they go back outside. See what I'm saying? That's why I say I don't think a lot of people like the attention. I love the attention, which means I like the fame. You know what I'm saying? I love the fame. Of course, I want the money, but I love the fame. I love the, you know what I mean? I love it. You know what I'm saying? But it's also music is also a life teaching experience too. You know, because like everything. I don't know if it's always been that way, but nowadays in this world, everything is business. Even when you think it's personal, it's still business, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? For instance, all music is business, right?
Right.
People get into music and they think they want to just have fun, but when it get down to the nitty gritty and they find out how much business it is, they got attitudes, they got change of heart, they start letting people get in their ear. But everything is business. Music is business. Your way of life is business. If you married, that partnership is a business. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is a business. Even driving your car is a business. You got to keep gas in it. You got to keep it maintenance. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a business. But until people realize that when you do this work, when you do music, until everybody realize that, or until a lot of people have realized that it's a business. It's not just I can rap, you know what I mean, and my homeboy think I can rap, and my homegirl think I can rap, you know what I'm saying. Until they realize it's a business, then I think they gonna stay where it's at right here.
So how do you feel the effect social media had on that? Because you say you bring up a good point that this is music thing is a business, so that means it's transactional. Back in the early 2000s, late 2010 up until about 2014, you as an independent artist, somebody in Charleston, South Carolina, you could make your music, you could press your CD up, and you could go out and you could sell a CD, a physical copy or something, and get your hustle on. You can get your grind on. Now with social media, Spotify, iTunes, and things like that, I don't see it. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that is, and I'm not knocking that person. Go get your money, do your thing, salute to you. But on the overall, you're not seeing that. So it's becoming pretty difficult for an artist to get his grind on. So just want to get your opinions on that situation, or
Right. Alright. If you're not all over the East Coast per se, if you're not from Georgia to Florida to New York with your name popping, iTunes and Apple, all that stuff is good, but if you just in your city, you know what I'm saying, that stuff can hurt you. Or if you in your city and the surrounding areas, that stuff can hurt you because you think, oh, I'm putting my stuff on here, I don't gotta get out there and pass out any CDs, You really still want to pass out CDs, you know what I'm saying? Or however, even if you ain't want to sell it that way or make your money that way, you still want to give out some kind of samples or just your single, because
and that right there is the point that I'm trying to not really push back on, but I'm trying to engage in conversation. We're saying that now that the game has changed, you don't want to necessarily sell a CD, you want to give it away. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm coming at with
Gotcha.
this? How is the independent artist supposed to fund a career when back in the day the items that you used to fund the career, now you're expected to give away for free? Talk to me, Treezy.
That's why you gotta sit down and you gotta put your mind and you gotta come up with a game plan.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you've been in the studio for 8 months strong, right? And you got a CD coming out. You got 12 songs, right? You got 14 total. You got an intro, outro, and you got 12 songs. Boom. All right. Now you got your single, right? So a lot of times in Charleston, right? Well, it's getting better. So back then you couldn't really get your single on the radio versus now. It's gotten a lot better. It's getting your song on the radio, right? Because you got a lot of people who grew up from back in the day working in the radio station and they whatever. But you want to get me personally, I probably would say I would tell you, hey, take your single, put your single on 100 CDs or 1,000 CDs, right?
Scale. Put it on the scale. Whatever the fuck you think your business is going to be, you need to model it and scale it to that.
And you get your single out there. And when people gonna want to hear more music if they like your single, no matter what, they gonna want to hear something else. They gonna want to hear what else you got to say, right? But always make sure you put your single out there, put your contacts on it, right? And if you got your music on iTunes and Apple and all them other sites, right, and you put your single out there, okay, now they got your single and they like thinking, well, should I call or try to buy, you know what I'm saying, the music from them, or where can I go find this music, right? So you can't go to Best Buy, you can't go to Cats like that, and they can go to Monster, but now they see they can go on iTunes and Apple and they can buy either your album or they can buy a couple of more songs, right? And they get the chance to listen to a couple of samples to see what other music they may like. Now they into that way and they're like, okay, I like this song. Matter of fact, I like the whole CD. Let me get the whole CD. So whatever that is, $6.99, whatever, boom, 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 they buy the whole CD. But it's Or you can just put out samples. Even if you don't want to put out your single, maybe you put out, you got 12 tracks, so maybe you put out 3 samples, right? And you just pass that out, right? And people like, oh, well, I got to spend my money. I mean, you got to spend money to make money, because scared money ain't going to make no money. So if you're crying about, I got to spend my money to make money, I mean, well, who money are you wanting to spend to make the money? You know what I mean? You got to start some fucking way.
Gotta start somewhere.
Straight up, you gotta start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, like at the end of the day, scared money ain't gonna make no money. So
I just want to add in here, my little piece of advice to somebody out here. Concentrate on getting the buzz, man. Concentrate on getting the song that people actually like.
True.
You sitting up in the studio and you spending all of this, doing all of this, and whatever. And you putting out stuff that your audience is rejecting, and then you're getting dejected, and you're going back, and they don't fuck with me. Nah, they just don't fuck with you put out. So, Benny, I was watching an interview with Benny the Butcher, and Benny said this is not a charity case. These people out here is not gonna fuck with you just because they, another black man doing something. Nah, it ain't like that. Just to add on to what my man was, saying.
Yeah, definitely build a buzz.
Before you even start talking about shows and money and and this, that, and the third, do the people even want the product that you giving them?
What is you giving them?
Yeah, that's the first question you ask to any business.
What kind of artist are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people don't know what kind of artist they are. They just can rap, or somebody told them they can rap, and then they just go in there and do their thing. They make some songs that sound okay, but what kind of artist are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of rapper are you? So,
I mean, you don't feel like that type of vibe in hip hop music is kind of dead now. The artist per se, when you got people with teams of writers now, and doing it for the gram and things like that, where if exposure is way more important than the content of your music.
Depends. I'm gonna say this: how much into music are you? Like, are you just into music and you only like mainstream artists? Are you into music and you find the artists that ain't really mainstream, but they've been out here doing their thing for a long time? You know what I mean? They might not went platinum, but they went gold, or they just went whatever. They still got their music out here. So if you just fully in the mainstream, then you probably you caught up into the ghostwriters and other people writing for them. They got a hit and they this person sound better, so they gave it to them, or they sold it to them. But if you really like music, then you just not listening to mainstream. You listen to a local artist from Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Or you listening to a local artist from Columbia, South Carolina, or you listen to a local artist from Newport, New Jersey, or something. But that means you a big fan of music. Just because Nas is your favorite rapper don't mean you're a big fan of music. You know what I mean? But
yeah. So to kind of put a bow on what we was talking about just there, man. Artists coming up in the game, have your ducks in a row, man. Put your game plan together. The game is different from what it was back in the day, so you got to come up with your team. Y'all got to strategize what you're going to do, and you got to execute. And there's got to be more to it than the money. You got to have a deeper appreciation for what you're doing, because coming out the gate, it's just not going to be what you think it is. Very different from what you see on the interviews that these other artists portray. If you think about the number of people that want to be in the music business opposed to the number of people that you see on a TV screen somewhere, and you think about that ratio, that'll give you some insight into what you're trying to do, man. You're really trying to hit the fucking lottery.
Word. It's crazy, right? Word.
So,
like,
it's got to be more to it than just, I'm going to get in the game and make a bunch of money. Some people will.
yeah.
Some people won't. And if you're not that, then, what are you to yourself? Can you sleep with yourself? Do you have regrets? Just questions. Just questions. Nigga like me, I'm cool, I did what I did. I gave the game what I could give it. And, I still give it to it. And I won't say I'm satisfied, but I have no complaints. I have no regrets. Big trees.
Brian, that's one thing I ain't got no regrets in life, bro. Word. I ain't saying I just for real. I ain't saying I'm satisfied, but I definitely ain't got no regrets, my nigga. But shit, I don't even think I'll take nothing back, honestly. You know what I mean? I think I loved all the experience of it. You know what I'm saying? Everything I've been through, all of it was an experience to make you be a better person anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's at the end of the day, you want to be better, a better person every way you could think of, financially. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge wise, you know what I'm saying? Just you want to be a better person all the way around.
All the way around, overall. So, what Trees got going on now?
Shit,
What is Trees
me
doing?
Me and the Colors, man, we working on this project called Over 30, you know what I'm saying? It should be out by the summer of 2022.
Why call it Over 30?
Why? Because at the, we call it Over 30 because we don't make music for teenagers. You know what I'm saying? We make music for grown people. You know what I'm saying? So we just we was just trying to give it a different title, more of a grown feel. You know what I'm saying? So Over 30.
So how do you feel about ageism in hip hop, in life in general?
Well,
because that's part of the reason why y'all call it Over 30 is because it's tugging on the fact that niggas is old, and there's a bias in hip hop against older MCs.
Well, the music changes. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Everything changed. Shit, you ain't 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying, when you was 30, or 20, and then, you ain't the same when you turn 30, everything changes. So, you got a lot of people say, I'm a fan of the music, you know what I'm saying? If I don't like your music, I don't like your music, but I'm a fan of music. So it don't matter, personally, to be honest, the age group don't really matter if I like the song. If I hear a song, it's like, okay, he only 18, but shit, that don't matter. It was pop. It was tight. It was what it was supposed to be, right? But you got people when they get a certain age, they're accustomed to hearing their generation of music, right? Just like they're accustomed to hearing their generation of music, so when they hear the generation that's up next, they're like, oh, it done changed. Them boys ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? When that's really not the thing. It's just that a lot of people just accustomed to hearing their generational music. They're accustomed to their generation of everything that was going on from the time they were, 10 till, whatever they are now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people are accustomed to. Just like when you have the basketball debates, you know what I'm saying? You have people accustomed to one particular basketball player because that's what they knew when they was coming up versus people right now to who they know now.
Yeah,
you know
so it's very subjective when it comes to people's musical tastes and whatnot.
Right.
But with that being said, on a professional level, you do see They're not really giving too many record deals to motherfuckers who are 32, 33, 34, shit like that.
No, they not. No, they not. They want them young.
They want them young. They want they want you around, shit, from 14, 15, 16,
Right. And it really ain't what people think it is either, you know. It's more of the younger the dumber.
Yeah, they setting you up for a badass loan that you can't pay
that
back.
you can't pay back. Word. It's like having 10 student loans, college student loans.
And then the older artist understands this.
Know the game because they've been around for a minute.
So
yeah, definitely ain't what a lot of people think.
and your boy and the public perception is that at this point in time you should be doing some executive shit by now.
You know, that's crazy, right? Because with rap, right? Why, if you 40, right? 35, 40, why is it like, oh man, he's still trying to be? Like, why he can't just be, right? Why he's still trying to be? Did you personally ask that person if he was trying to be like Jay-Z? Or if he was just doing music because he like it? You know what I'm saying? Because you can go to the bar, right?
Yeah.
And you can hear a band, right?
Oh yeah.
And the band can be fucking in their 60s, right?
Yes, sir.
But ain't nobody saying they still trying to be. You know what I'm saying? They saying, look at this band, right? Ain't nobody saying this. They trying to be like, you know, whatever band's buying and really into that music, but whatever band is popping, they ain't saying these 65-year-old dude, you know, he's 65, he 50. Ain't nobody mad at them. But when you do rap, or you're a rapper, it's like you can't be a certain age.
You have an expiration date on your career. It's built in. It's built into it.
And that's the question of why, right?
Why? That's the question. I don't have the answer. I'm just asking the questions. You know, Black Dollars Media, y'all give y'all answers in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Answers.
But I mean, that's the $1 million question for people like me, you, Colors, you know.
As time changes, you got to change your music. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You definitely got to change your music. You can't be 40 talking about you still on the block.
I would hope not. You know what I'm saying?
What I mean?
Because it doesn't show progression.
You know, even if you
and it gets kind of depressing to the listener.
Even if you still in the game, you got to know how to change that way. You know what I'm saying? You should be differently in the game, so your rap should be differently. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, you definitely can't be 40 talking about you still on the block. You know what I'm saying? For real. And then how long you gonna be a pimp? You know what I'm saying? You can't be a pimp forever. You know what I'm saying? So that gotta change too. So as you age, your style gots to change, your concept gots to change. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that I don't think a lot of people know that. A lot of people still, you know, they still saying, you know, they block. You know what I mean? They fucking 45 and shit. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And then if you ain't with it, you ain't a real nigga or some shit like that. Whatever that crazy shit is. But, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Real nigga.
Right.
We got some things going on, man, and you know, I wish I could get some white guys to come in here and talk so we could get some in-depth, get into their culture a little bit, because we always talking about our shit. I want to hear some of their shit too. But real nigga, this term real nigga, what is that? You know? What is a real nigga?
You know, to be honest, shit, I can't.
When a nigga is not a real thing.
When a nigga is not a real thing. I mean, shit, you know when, you know, I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that when you in your 20s, somehow you caught up in this life as a real nigga or whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean, right?
Right.
And then by the time when you're in your 30s, you
something clicked.
Like, what the fuck is
what the fuck was a real nigga, man? That was some.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, instead of us saying I's a real nigga, you should just be saying I's a man.
That's a real man.
You know what I'm saying? I's a real man. You know, I don't know why we as black men, you know, want to use the word nigga like the way we use it. I ain't saying don't use it.
And don't get me wrong. I'm going to say that shit. I probably already said it during this interview.
But it's
going to say it after the interview.
Sometimes.
But I do I'm not to cut you off, but I do recognize that is it's a paradox there. There's something going on there that is, you know, rather unique.
That word got to be
this
used
real
every
nigga,
day.
you know, the need to be seen as a rebel.
Right. Oh, true.
That's something that you know, I suffer from that. The need to be seen as a rebel. I don't want to be seen as a conformist to the system, but I want my other people in my life to be able to thrive within the system.
You know, people like, man, you see what I'm saying? Like, the niggas don't even pay attention to the game. They're like this shit, all this shit is all like it's so psychological, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, niggas don't even know, like, nigga, you can hustle and go to school. You know what I'm saying? Niggas think, oh, I can't hustle and go to school. That's cornball shit. Like, nah, nigga, you can hustle and go to school, nigga. That's the smart move. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't even know. You know, niggas don't know. Nigga, you can work 2 jobs, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't know that. Like, that's the okay. And if you want to do what you want to do the other way, then I mean, hey, boom, do it. More power to you. But you can still go and work a job, nigga. That's that everyday money. That's that guarantee. You know what I'm saying? That's that guarantee right there. You know, you just go in there, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't your business, so you can't tell them boy what to do. And boom, get your check. You know what I'm saying? And do what you do at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think
while we on the subject, just throw out this caveat. I'm with it, all the way with it. This Rio. If you heard my music, if you met me in real life, if you met me through the years, you know what's up with me. If you're going to be somebody that's trying to get in the game, you have to realize there's probably only a small percentage of people that actually get that top earning pay, the money that make you say in your head, well, shit, man, 20 years in jail is kind of worth it for what that nigga did. The number of people that make that is very, very small, man. Very small. The rest of us, just out here robbing Peter to pay Paul, man. And you can pretty much make that with a decent job. So to all my young niggas, man, you around 14, 15, and you right there at that crossroad where you thinking, should I hop into this or should I hop into that? If school ain't your thing, get you a trade, man. Because the money that you gonna make with that trade, dog, that shit is gonna pretty much balance and equal out what you would make in the streets right now. That time of the 1970 heroin kingpin, that shit over, man. That shit dead, man. It's not a reality. And what you're seeing
on TV,
it's like, yeah, the money is there, but it's smoke and mirrors, man. It's an illusion, man. It's not, you don't have, the percentages are not that high of you touching that. So, just to add on to what my man was saying.
Right. Because most of the time, niggas is doing it, they started out just cause, right?
Right. Peer pressure. Your homies was doing this and you saw this and...
No game plan at all, right? No game plan at all. No, I'm going to make $20,000 in 6 months and I'm out. You know, none of that. Just jump in that bitch, can't even swim. I'm drowning. But shit, man. The music, man, like I said, dog, shit, love music, man. Shit, I was a big fan of your music, you know, all day long, every day.
Appreciate it.
Always been a big fan of your music, for real. You know what I'm saying? But J Vibe, shout out to my nigga J Vibe. I was a big fan of Vibe music, too. Shout out to my nigga Man, you know what I'm saying? Young Hood nigga Man. Shout out to my nigga. He out here doing his thing, actually. You know what I'm saying? I proud of my dog. You know what I'm saying? He up and come up. But shout out to everybody long time coming. Shout out to my niggas in long time coming. All Blackberry, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the models, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Jay Brown once again. But shit, I love the music, my nigga. So shit, even if when I wanna not get behind the mic, I wanna do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanna still be in there somehow.
Stay creative.
Stay creative, you know. I like to be honest with you, man. Like I like to be the outside man looking in a lot. Like I like to give the advice. You know what I mean? Like I like to you know to help you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We sit together, we come with a game plan. I love to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause strategize because everybody, you always gotta have that outside person to be like, hey, what you think about this? You know what I'm saying? And then you'll take his concept or whatever he thought or she thought and mix it in with whatever you thought. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's still your decision. But I like to help. I like to help people see other scenarios and point out different things that they can do to get what they're trying to get. Because like I said, man, at the end of the day, if you an artist and you really trying to make it, like you really trying to be out there, right? You really want to be on that next level, right? You want to do a show with Jigga, you want to Drake, Lil Wayne, whoever you want to really be out there. Chris Brown, you want to really be out there. Like that's hard. You got to eat, sleep, and think music. Straight up. When you go to the toilet to take a shit, you got to be thinking about fucking music. Straight up. It ain't no part-time in that shit. Like that part-time is like you ain't going nowhere.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? So like if you straight up like if you really in that shit, like bro, like it's all about fucking music. None 24/7 fucking music all day long. You know what I'm saying? Like you fucking if you gotta live on the street, if you gotta go sleep on the dump behind the dumpster to get what you're trying to get, like you willing to take that sacrifice. Like that's how you gotta be when it's music. You know what I'm saying? So like you hear a lot
anything in life.
Anything in life. But you hear a lot of these stories like ain't no handouts. Ain't no handouts, man. And down here in South Carolina, it ain't no big record companies, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta break your shit in the club.
There you go.
You gotta go from the club to man, nigga, I don't even know what to tell you.
You gotta go you gotta just go from the club to the streets, to the DJs, to the clubs you don't even
and then they'll come find you.
Word.
The industry will come find you, man. What you done did your part.
You gotta go to the white crowd, to the Mexican crowd. You gotta make music that everybody gonna like. And nowadays, right, it ain't no races when it comes to music, to be honest with you, right? Because
I'll push back on a little bit on that, but go ahead.
Like, what I'm saying is, like, what I mean by that is, every culture like hip-hop.
Hip-hop is the dominant culture now.
Hip-hop is, so that's what I mean by that. Every culture like hip-hop. So, you can't say, oh, man, you think I should go try to sell these white people my music? Man, look how they dress, man. They got boots. Okay, that's just how they dress, but they might like your music. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad if you can't be thinking the Mexicans ain't gonna like your music.
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover.
Because they playing their music. But that don't mean they don't like your music. So, yeah, go over there, try to give them the CD, sell them the CD, however, just give them to play it. You know what I'm saying? They might play it. Okay, man, where we get that from? Whatever. But you got to be about music 24/7. You know what I'm saying? All day, every day. That, like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody going to get you where you want to get at but you. So you can't be dependent on the next person. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody's job to do nothing but your job. That's it. It's your job. It ain't nobody else's job to get you nowhere. Now, if you got a team, your team say they got your back, then all right, then they need to have your back. But it's still your job to get you to that next level. That's what you're trying to do. So, that's that. Right.
Big trees.
But, shit, man. Other than that, man, shit, like I said, I got Old 30 coming out with Colors. Shit, hopefully it'll be out by the summer of 2022. I also, you know what I'm saying, got another project, I'm going to use the word in construction, You know what I'm saying, called The Saint in the Center. You know what I'm saying? That probably 2023, beginning of 2023. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, we'll see.
Videos.
You know what I'm saying? What?
Videos you got?
Videos, we got In My Own Lane. You know what I'm saying? We got Where My Lady Is At coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay Brown.
Lady
You know what I'm saying? But shit, you know, I got the intermission. You know, it's on YouTube. You know, everybody check it out. You know what I'm saying? I try to be different.
So I mean, you
know
got a
what I'm
YouTube
saying?
page, a YouTube channel?
I got a YouTube channel, Shaun Treezy's YouTube channel.
Shaun Treezy.
You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe to that.
You can, you know, find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
The video with Donna.
Now I got gonna be in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Coming up called Loyalty 2.
Nigga fucking acting now.
Yeah, written and produced by Donna J. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Who shot it? Who the DP?
I think Jazzy J. Paul is gonna be he's gonna be shooting the video. He's gonna be the
cinematographer.
Yeah. You know,
right, J. Paul.
it's a lot of people I don't know all the people in the movie.
You just know you part of the project.
I just know I'm part of the project. And so I got a cool little scene in that motherfucker too though.
Okay.
Straight up, I like my part in that bitch too. Straight up, got a nice little part in there. I ain't gonna tell it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta check it out when we get it done. She got one out already, Loyalty 1, if you want to go check that out, so you can know what Loyalty 2 gonna kind of be like. But shout out to Long Time Coming once again. Shout out to my nigga Rio. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Shout out to my nigga Colors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Young Hood nigga Man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Blackberry. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tay, Patrice. Shit, you know what I mean? Headliner. You know what I mean? Trade Cutter. Yeah, Trade Cutter. Need to get your ass up and get Rhinos too, nigga. Yeah, I put you out there, nigga. Word. But, shit, you know what I'm saying, man?
Shout out to the squad.
Shout out to the squad, man. You know what I mean? Meeting of the minds every second Sunday. Y'all boy need to be there. You know what I mean? Word. Straight up.
Shit, man. Shaun, Treezy, appreciate you coming through. Keep on pushing podcast. Black Dollars Media. Shout out my nigga Kai. He out there for the people. Just asking about my partner Kai. He out there, man. He in the world making shit happen. We be up soon.
Shout out to Black Lives Media. Word.
Black Dollars, nigga done fucked shit up. Now I got to edit that.
Keep it pushing podcast. Word. Keep it pushing podcast. Keep it pushing.
I did that too.
My man, yeah. Shout out. Keep it pushing podcast. Word.
All that good shit.
So what's up, my nigga? What shit you got? What's your next shit? You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
You always shit. I be scrolling through shit and I be like, this nigga got something. Man, when he put this shit out?
I mean, man, you know, it's big real, baby. And I keep some shit going on in my damn head, right? You know, I just came off Feed the Babies. That been the latest project. So right now I'm just shooting videos for that.
True.
Me and Kai, that's what me and Kai been working on. I just put one out. What was that? Scarface. You know, just trying to build a brand, man. Black Dollars Media, and right now I'm the only artist we got. So we gotta work Rio until, you know, they grow from there.
It's all good though, right?
I got the podcast going. All artists is welcome. Please come through. Come have a conversation. Let's have a chit chat. You know, all publicity is good publicity.
So what you think about all the black on, you know, cop killings and shit like that for us, you know, the black men, I can't breathe. You know, what you think about that, man? You think it's like it's a big conspiracy thing? I mean, because at the end of the day, like I tell a lot of people, you never know what's going on inside the, you know, when they have their meetings and shit, they tell them what their jobs is and their orders is for the day, or any kind of secret meeting. You know, the particular officer could be having with his sergeant. That shit could be deeper than what it seems.
So the way that we get information, we receive it from other places. So we get information from books, we get information from TV, we get information from the internet. We also get information from generational stories, from families, stories passed down, and peer interaction. So for the black community, there's always been a mistrust, a distrust of the United States government. We were brought here on slave ships. We weren't immigrants. We did not come